Welcome to the Coach Lee Davis Show on Charter Channel 6. I'm Derek Harriman along with Coach Lee Davis. Coach, back and forth game last night. Overall, what did you think about the way your team played?
I thought the kids played hard. They had fun. It was just a heartbreaking loss. I mean, I know the scoreboard didn't indicate how close the game was, but we felt like even when the final horn sounded that it was our game to win.
Coach, offensively, that's probably the best game that Coffee County has had against Lincoln County, and probably since '97, the last time we won in the pit. What was the game plan going into last night, and what made it successful?
The game plan was just to really be ourselves. We were running, run the ball, run the power, give the ball to Rozier, let him pound it a little bit, and then throw it. Let Meeker air it out a little bit, and we even had a couple packages in for Murray to roll out and throw it if the option was there. And I thought we had a great game plan, and you could tell in the first half that it worked to perfection.
The first half, D'Angelo had several long runs, some holes that I think that me or you could have probably ran through for at least a yard or two. But second half, they kind of shut it down a little bit more. What were they doing differently in the second half defensively?
Defensively, they just finally said, look, no more Rozier, no more running the football. You're going to have to throw to beat us. And we had no problem with that. Meeker had a great night throwing the ball. We had two bad plays. We had one misread and one tip ball, and both of them went for interceptions for touchdowns. And you take those away, and it's our ball game.
Talking about those two interceptions, was that just? I know the second one was tipped before it was intercepted. Mustin intercepted both of them for touchdowns. Was that just a case of him recognizing the route and breaking on the ball?
The first one was just our Murray was playing quarterback, and he rolled out, and he kind of had a misread, and as soon as he threw it, I think he realized he'd made a mistake. And then the next one, it was there, it was wide open, and it got tipped on the line of scrimmage, and the kid just made a great play. I mean, you got to give it up to Lincoln County. He was in the right spot twice, and he got him 2 picks for touchdowns.
Something that we've tried to do all season is run Chris Murray a little bit at quarterback and have him run sort of a wildcat package. That's really worked a lot better the last 2 weeks. What do you think the difference has been this game and the game against Warren County to be able to run that successfully?
Oh, it's just the kids are learning the system. I mean, we knew that this was going to be a long process. We knew that we weren't going to come in the first year and go 15-0 and win a state championship. The kids had to learn the system. They had to learn how the coaches go, and they are learning it, as you can tell. From the first game of the year when we struggled to gain yards to now when we're starting to open it up a little bit and run the football and do what we want to do. And the kids are learning. It's a learning process. We'll be fine. I mean, the season's not over yet.
Lincoln County last night, when they had the ball, they really did a good job mixing it up with the run and the pass. They came out first drive of the game. We talked about those 2 long drives before the show started. Lincoln County comes out first drive of the game. They come out in the spread formation, throwing the ball around a little bit, and then they go into a smokestack eye and run it. Really did a nice job. I think they were around 50-50 on that first drive, passing and running. Then we come out and do the same thing. What were you thinking after those first 2 drives? What kind of game did you see that being after those first 2 drives?
Well, after the first 2 drives, I thought we'd be home for supper time. I mean, the first half flew by. It was 2 real long drives, and that was it. I mean, they had 2 drives before half, and we had 2 drives before half, and we both scored on both drives. I think Don Thomas and Coy Sisk and all those guys down in Lincoln County do a great job, and they had a great game plan against us, just like I feel we had a great one against them, and you could really tell. I mean, the game was very even until the 2 picks.
Do you think that was a game that, even though it wasn't a district game, it is 2 teams that play every year, do you think that, I know for us it was, but do you think for them as well, this is a game like that we really put a lot more emphasis on than you would just a normal non-district game?
I do, but you look at our schedule, and we feel the same way against Franklin County. We've got Cumberland County this week, then we got Franklin County, and Franklin County's in the same boat as Lincoln County. They're not, it's not a region game, but you almost feel like you're fighting for bragging rights. You want to make sure your county is better than the next county over, and we feel like we should and need to beat Lincoln County every time we play them.
Well, Coach, I think we're going to take a break, and when we come back, we'll start looking at the first quarter highlights of the game last night and see how those first 2 drives went down.
Great.
This is Ken Huddleston. And this is KK's Music Loans and Jewelry. This is his son, Zach Huddleston. And this is his dad, Ken Sr., better known as KK. You never know what's coming through the door next.
An 1880 Liberty $10 gold piece. A Ruger M77 rifle, 300 Winchester Magnum with a Leopold 25x50 Barry X3 scope.
If you're looking for one-of-a-kind merchandise, come by KK's Music Loans and Jewelry in Tullahoma and Manchester.
Hi, I'm Lori Thompson.
And I'm Mike Thompson, and Lori and I have bought the dealership back on Highway 55, Thompson Ford, Tullahoma, Tennessee. It's back, it's wide open for business, and ready to serve you guys in the community.
And we want to thank you for allowing us to raise our children here. We've been here almost 15 years.
We want to thank the community. Without you guys, we couldn't have done it. We know it was your support that allowed us to achieve this dream. Come be a part of the dream, something special. Come see us at Thompson Ford. Ask for Mike or Lori.
The highest standard of trust offers a sense of safety and comfort. It's established over time. You know when you see it. You know when you feel it. There's a standard of trust in healthcare. It's the Joint Commission Gold Seal of Approval. In 2003, Life Care Center of Tullahoma voluntarily achieved this accreditation and maintains it still today. Life Care, meeting a higher standard because residents matter most.
They say you see the world differently. It's like I see the miracle of life in even the smallest things. And that's what it feels like to survive. St. Thomas Heart performs the most heart procedures in the state. That experience means more survivors. For more than 40 years, they have been leaders in cardiac care. That's experience you can count on because you want to survive.
Welcome to the Rose Bowl. The team's taking the field. Not many people. Oh, my. He missed. Off to a rough start here. Somebody wants to go home. What's he doing?
If you're not watching college football in HD, you're watching Pee Wee TV. Graduate to Charter TV in HD and let it all in.
First quarter action here, fixing to take the field. I thought we had a pretty decent crowd last night considering we were on fall break. Student section was kind of lacking, but you expect that. It's not a lot of people traveling and all.
You know, I don't think a lot of people realize that this week was fall break. I thought the team really came out ready to play and focus considering that they hadn't been at school all week.
Right, and it's hard to practice when you're not in school. I mean, we practice at 8 a.m. every morning, and, you know, that's rough. We really came out last night, and I thought really played our best first quarter of football this season, maybe. Oh, I agree. If you see at the bottom of the screen, here comes our MASH unit. We're pretty banged up. We've got about as many people on the sidelines injured as we do on the field. But I thought so, too. I thought the first quarter action offensively, we did what we needed to do, and the kids were pumped, and I thought right away they knew they weren't going to lose this game.
We came out last night, and Lincoln County won the toss and took the ball. They kind of took that from us. We usually, if we win the toss, we've taken the ball, I think, every time this year, haven't we?
We have. It's a good kick, good job. We want to pop it up, and that's exactly where it needs to be.
Yeah, those guys aren't usually used to catching the football.
No, and we know one of these times they're going to bang it right off their face mask, and we're going to be there. Number
23 right here, right off the bat on a little jet sweep. But I thought we did a pretty good job. I think they were looking for a bigger play than that on first down with that.
Oh, they were. Anytime 23 touches the ball, he has the ability to take it to the house. Eric Smith's a great player, and it was nice to be able just to hold him in check the first quarter, first half.
They really came out here in a shotgun package, spread package, really kind of fast pace. And was that what you were expecting from them? Or?
Oh, yeah, they did everything we thought they would. I was a little shocked here. We had 23, Eric Smith, double coverage, and he still threw it out there. And I was a little shocked that he did that. But, yeah, they did everything we thought they would do. There's Charles Jones making a great play on the route. It's the one play that concerned us, because we were double teaming outside, so we were afraid that we were giving up some stuff inside. So it's good to see Charles come up and make a play there.
Charles really played a heck of a game last night. Not that he doesn't ever, but really just making tackles on the other side of the field and running plays down. I was really impressed with the way he played last night.
He does. Charles Jones, he is our defense. I mean, when he plays well, we all play well. And it's good to see him here in the first quarter throwing his body around and making stuff happen.
Well, that last play there, it looked like we got pretty good penetration. One thing I noticed last night is we would hit him in the backfield a lot of times, but then we just couldn't finish. Right there on the little screen pass, not much of a gain there. Then this is where they went to the smokestack eye, and I'm pretty sure they stayed in this the rest of the drive. I
think so, and we didn't mind that at all. I mean, anytime anybody wants to get up, we feel like we're pretty big up front. We can move the line of scrimmage, and if people are going to get in the smokestack eye, we don't have a problem with that at all. We don't mind being physical and lined up, and I think they did a very good job of mixing plays here and going weak some, going strong some, and you just got to get them down. You got to get them off the field on third down.
Really nice on this drive. Even though they do go down here and score, we're gang tackling. We're getting a lot of people to the football, and I know that's something that y'all really stress as a coaching staff, and I was glad to see that last night.
Oh, we do. Like I said, I am. Even though here you'll see we give up 7 points coming up, I feel like we played as a team. I feel like we played knowing we were going to win. I mean, like you said, even though they were pounding the football a little bit and gaining 2 or 3 yards here and there and really kind of doing stuff that we want to do on offense, we still felt like this was our game and that we weren't going to lose to Lincoln County.
And these two teams really are a mirror image of each other. I don't see a whole lot of difference in the teams on either side of the ball. Lincoln County just had the lucky breaks last night.
They did, and that's what we said the whole time was, this is going to be a real good game because, we're playing ourselves, and whoever got the breaks would win. I talked to their head coach before the game, and he said the difference in our two teams is we have 23 and you have 1.
Yeah, and right there on the touchdown, number 9 keeps it. I think we bit a little bit on the dive.
We did.
And he just kept it around the end there and got a touchdown. But
it was a nice long drive by them, just taking time off the clock.
Somebody's got to do a little bit better job catching those kickoffs, doesn't he, Coach?
He does. He does. Poor Rozier. Sometimes he can't run.
Now this drive right here, I believe, was 19 plays, took 8 minutes off the clock. Is that the kind of drive you've been looking for all year?
That is a perfect drive. You can't ask for better, especially the way it ended. That wasn't very good there, but we come back, make a great little dump, and get us right back into manageable downs. But yes, if we can put together a 19-play drive and end up with a touchdown, that's a coach's dream.
Little pass play to Rozier there was good for about 13 yards. One thing, you sent me the stats earlier this week. He had 4 catches for 20-something yards. I believe he had about 50 yards receiving last night. So getting him a little bit more involved in the passing game, was that something you were really looking at doing starting with this game?
Not really. I mean, we were still going to pound the football with him, and it just happened that if he's out there, then we'll throw him the football. But our game plan is to get Rozier the ball as many times as possible. 4th down here, good spot, good job.
Kind of diving over the pile there to make sure he gets past the sticks. Could not get the edge on Lincoln County last night on these toss plays. Were we missing a block, were we missing a seal, or was it just not being able to get there quick enough?
They do a great job of making sure you can't get outside. I mean, they really force everything back inside, and you got to give them credit. They did a very good job with it. Here's 3rd down. 3rd and long here. Great look. Good job by Murray to find Wicks. Makes a great little catch, and we're back in business. 4th down again. And I said from the very beginning that I don't mind going for it on 4th and short ever.
Brent Wicks just seemed to be open all night long last night. They jumped a route and got that interception, and the other pass was tipped, but he really seemed to be open all night long. Overall, first quarter, we did give up a long drive, but I saw some things defensively that we liked. We were gang tackling. We were really, establishing our defensive line. But then we get the ball, and we've got a 3rd and long and complete a pass to Wicks and set it up with 4th and short. And did you hesitate at all before going for it on 4th down right there at the end of the first quarter?
Never. If it's 4th and 1, 2, I never hesitate. I mean, we practice running the power every single day. You should be able to get 2 yards in high school football no matter what. I mean, you ought to be able to fall forward. We've got a 6'1" tailback who you would think he could fall forward for 2 yards, and he did all night. And that's what we did, and that's what we'll do throughout the season. I mean, I don't know that we'll ever punt on 4th and 2 or 4th and 1, even though my defense coordinator trembles when I say that. I mean, it's offense. That's what you do.
Well, Coach, I think we're going to go to John Gray now to hear a little bit about our sponsors, and then we'll be right back with the second quarter action from last night's game.
All right, folks, good afternoon, good morning. Hey, we want to remind you that the coach and Derek have this white quartz water in front of them over there. We want to thank Rick Gerwe and the Mid-South Distributing family over there for being our water sponsor for the football season this year. It's some great water, not filtered, comes out of an aquifer in Georgia. Just the way it comes out, it's the way it goes into the bottle. You need to hydrate and don't know what to do? Jump into a bottle of the Q. That's white quartz water from Mid-South Distributing. Someone else we want to thank for being part of this football season is Greg Driver and Chuck Lynch over there at Apex Restoration. You know, folks, over the past several years, we've had a lot of bad things happen around here, weather-wise and tornado-wise and wind-wise, and a lot of destructions happened in the Mid-South, and these guys are professionals at that, and they are located here in Tullahoma. You can give them a call at 866-461-5508, and they are teamed up with DKI, which is North America's largest property damage restoration organization. Say that 3 times in a row, why don't you? What they do, folks, is they do everything from emergency services, water damage mitigation, mold remediation, environmental services, fire and smoke damage, contents restoration, complete reconstruction, and they have a catastrophe response team. So if you find yourself in need of someone who can take care of all of your problems when a bad thing happens to you and your home and your property, you give these folks a call. That's Apex Restoration, Greg Driver and Chuck Lynch, 866-461-5508. We're going to go talk to a few more of our good sponsors, and we'll be back with more Red Raider football right after this.
People's Bank & Trust provides only the highest quality services and products available. At People's Bank & Trust, your 100% satisfaction is always our highest priority. Voted Manchester's finest bank and tellers for 2 years in a row. Come let us show you how friendly and helpful our tellers are. People's Bank & Trust offers business and mortgage loans, including auto, farm equipment, lines of credit, commercial real estate loans, business loans, and more. So if you're looking for a bank you can trust, stop by People's Bank & Trust, serving the banking needs of our area since 1906.
It's Truck Month at Stan McNabb, and new trucks are arriving daily. All trucks available with 0% financing, like this new Chevy Silverado. 0% financing plus $5,000 off during Truck Month at Stan McNabb. Plus, every new truck is on sale this month. When nothing but a truck will do, get to Stan McNabb today, the area's largest truck dealer. 2000 North Jackson Street in Tullahoma, under the big American flag.
Get Tullahoma's news first, fast, and free with Tullahoma's news leader on 6 every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday nights at 6, 8, and 10 p.m. Jimmy and Jenny bring you local weather, sports, community calendar events, birth announcements, and a comprehensive look at the latest news stories and news makers as only a video news broadcast can do. Tullahoma's news, get it first, fast, and free with news leader on Channel 6, your local information network.
Morning Point Assisted Living Residence is not a home, it's simply home for many seniors who just need a little help now and then. Morning Point offers private apartments for your independence. Come and go with the comfort of knowing that Morning Point is always there with qualified healthcare professionals to assist with medications, transportation, and your well-being. Enjoy restaurant-style dining at every meal. Choose participation from a wide variety of activities. Families take comfort in knowing their loved one lives in a safe place with all the benefits of home, plus a little assistance. Morning Point. Life continued.
Back to the second quarter here. We're 4th and short, quarterback sneak with Murray. You know, Derek, the first quarter, they took the ball and just played keep away. I mean, I think we had 5 plays in the whole first quarter. So this is our time to play keep away.
And that's really what we did right here. Murray taking the shotgun snap there, and not much on that play, but we would see that open up a little bit more later in the game.
We would. And again, here's the pass that we had a bad read on a little later in the game. In the fourth quarter, this is the one we threw an interception on. He just got the read wrong. Put it on the money, and we're off to the races.
Murray got a little pressure on him right there, had Rozier open down the middle of the field, but got a little bit of pressure and just overthrew him. And I believe this is Meeker back in at quarterback now.
It is, and a good pass to Murray, who fought for a first down, and it's a great individual play.
Murray's really stepped up the past 2 weeks and fought for extra yards after contact, and I thought that's really been key in the way the offense has played the last 2 weeks. Good hard run by Rozier there, gets a few yards, and we really started seeing that power play open up on this drive and the next drive, and there wasn't a whole lot they could do in the first half to stop it.
No, it wasn't, and it was, like I said, it's a beautiful thing when you run the power right. Again, here we are just running the ball, playing keep away. One block there, and we might have squirted that one.
Charles Jones wasn't very happy that he wasn't in on that play, was he?
No, he wasn't. Somehow, I don't know how we do it, but we end up finding a way for him not to get a ball. Here's a fourth down play that Meeker does an unbelievable job of just staying alive and keeping the chains moving.
You know, we got a penalty there. Lincoln County got a defensive holding penalty on that play, but I think that Meeker would have had the first down either way. Nice run by Murray right here. They all bid on Rozier and left the wide open lane up the middle of the field to get us down into the red zone.
That's a good play for us. That play has actually been pretty much hit or miss all year long, and there it hit. Here's Rozier again doing a great job of keeping his feet moving and fixing to stick it in the end zone for 7 points here.
Kind of ran into the back of one of his own offensive linemen there, but got away from that and gained 7 or 8 more yards after that first contact.
Again, sweep. Still can't get the edge on them. We get in our heavy set here, and we just lean on big bodies and fall in the end zone.
And that was almost like a rugby scrum going forward there on that play, really, to get into the end zone there.
It was, and we don't mind doing that. We think we're pretty big up front. We'll rugby scrum with the best of you. David Morgan does a good job here of getting us in the lead.
Yeah, this right here, this PAT right here made it 7-7, and then we'll see Lincoln County's next touchdown in a minute, and extra points really played a big part in this game early on.
They did, and we thought when they missed their extra point that they were in some deep trouble.
The kickoff coverage for Coffee County has been really good this year. We haven't given up a touchdown on kickoff coverage all year, have we?
No, it's getting better. It's getting better. Think back to the first of the year, and it all depends on our kicker's foot. If he puts it in the right spot, nobody will ever return it.
Lincoln County lining up in an I formation here. He goes with a little fullback handoff up in the middle, and those are the plays I know you hate to see as a coach. Have him bottled up in the backfield, and then he breaks loose for about a 16, 17-yard run. And I know as a coach, those are the kind of plays that just drive you crazy.
Oh, it does. It's just sickening. And here's just kind of a busted coverage. It's coming up, and they score here. And not saying it's a cheap one because they did a good job of scheming it up here against our cover 2, but we felt like that was just a misfire. That was just a bad job on our part.
Now, what went wrong on the back end of our defense right there on that play?
We were in cover 2, and they took 23, their best player, and ran him across the formation. We were locked in man, and our cover 2 safety decided to follow in a little bit too far and left his man wide open.
As we see right there, Lincoln County missed their PAT, so now it's 13-7 Lincoln County. Coffee County getting the ball back. And Rozier right here almost breaks it. Had a couple last night that almost went to the house. Unfortunately, on this one, I believe we get called for a holding and had to start back in at our own 28 or so.
Which was fine. We still felt like we were still in good position. Here's our little Auburn play that's hit or miss, and again, you fall forward for 2 yards, and that's fairly much of a miss. Here's Power again. Riddle does a great job on winding there and blocking the backer and just let Rozier run over some safeties.
And just a perfect hole right there on that play. Gets the first down, gets it out to about midfield, and Rozier again here. Not much on that side. I felt like we had more success running to our left side last night Was that a weakness you saw in Lincoln County's defense? Or?
No, I think it's our strength. I think our left side of the line is just a strength for us in comparison to the right side. But, you know, you look at how much we run it, and we go both sides. They do a great job here stringing this out. Wicks just makes an unbelievable individual effort, but they did a great job of really containing that play, and we knew right away we don't need to come back to that.
Well, that's the thing about Wicks. You know, when he caught that pass, I didn't think he was going to gain anything, and it made a couple people miss and turned it into a pretty good gain.
And that's what Wicks does. Wicks has great hands, and you get him the football, and if you're not paying attention, he'll take it to the house on you.
And this part of the drive was the D'Angelo Rozier show. He a couple nice carries there for 5 or 6 yards, and then try that little fullback trap play again. And this time we actually get a few yards on it, and I'm pretty sure Jones wasn't happy about that one either.
Again, somehow Jones is always out when we're running the ball to the fullback. I still haven't figured that one out yet. It's a great rip there to Brent Wicks, and again, Wicks had a great night Friday night.
He really did. He just always seemed to be able to find the open spot in the Lincoln County secondary.
It's a great job of the offensive line. I mean, you know, we sit here and give credit to Rozier for what he does, but boy, when the offensive line blocks, it just makes Rozier's job so much easier.
7-yard touchdown run right there by Rozier. Had to jump over a couple people. And you're right, Coach. This is the first time we've had a 100-yard rusher against Lincoln County in several years. And I thought the offensive line did a great job last night opening up some holes.
They did. And I see my daughter at the top of the screen running around there. Looks like she's fixing to run out on the field.
And we made our PAT. So at this point it's 14-13. And not a whole lot of time left in the half, even though each team's only had the ball twice.
That's right. We played keep away. Both teams really took the ball and kept it away from the other ones. And we thought that was an advantage for us. We could come out in the second half and do the exact same thing. It's a great job there by Vaughn.
Nice kick.
Yeah, Vaughn just wrapped him up. And Vaughn's going to be, he's young, but he's going to be a great asset for us in the future.
This is what you hate to see right here again, Coach. He hit him at the line of scrimmage and just keeps those feet running, keeps leans forward, keeps going, and picks up the first down.
He does. Here we have a shot. I almost thought we had a chance to pick it twice.
Yeah, two of our players actually probably could have came up with an interception on that one, a little screen pass there.
It's right before the half. There's just seconds left. We're in really bail coverage is what we're in. We're just telling our guys, make sure you keep everything in front of you, get them down, let the clock run, and let's just get into halftime up by 1 point. Again, I thought 31's a good player. He had a good night.
He really did. You know, we would hit him at or behind the line of scrimmage, and he would just keep his feet moving and, you know, pick up 7 or 8 more yards after we hit him.
Good job here by our defense of smelling out reverse and not going anywhere. And you know, even though he did squirt through a couple times, at least we got him down. We're able to go into halftime.
You know, that's Mustin, very, very fast football player. And, you know, I thought we did a good job staying home there. I think they were looking for a lot more than a first down on that play, being at the end of the second quarter. Coach, you got to feel good at this point in the game, going in up 14-13. You know, I don't know that we could have played a better first half.
Oh, me neither. We haven't punted. We haven't really been in a situation that we felt like we needed to punt. I mean, we felt like we were in total control of this game, and I'm sure Lincoln County was sitting in their locker room feeling the same way. I mean, they hadn't punted either. They've taken the ball and done whatever they wanted to with it. So it's a good heavyweight fight. Is what it is right now.
And what do you go into the half, and none of these kids have ever been in this position against Lincoln County before. So what did you tell them at the half to try to get them to stay focused and come out in the second half and do what they needed to do?
We just made some adjustments. We talked a little X's and O's with them, and told them it was their game. You go out and you play your football, and whoever makes a mistake will end up losing the game. And I'm afraid that was true.
Well, right now we're going to go back over to John Gray to hear a little bit more about our sponsors, and then we'll come back with third quarter action right after these messages.
All right, folks, welcome back. And coaches, there's one thing that these coaches do, and particularly at the high school level, they study and they work hard all week long preparing for a game, knowing what their adversities are going to be so they can come up with a strategy to defeat the other team. Well, strategy is key in winning football games. It's also key in succeeding in life. Give your kids the financial strategy they need to succeed with a youth account from Ascend Federal Credit Union. Ascend's Discover, Venture, and Go youth accounts ensure and encourage reward financial responsibility. For your children, if they're ready and have savings account already at Ascend, they can easily convert to a youth account. For more information, visit ascendfcu.org or your nearest Ascend Federal Credit Union. Ascend Federal Credit Union, raising possibilities for your children. Ascend is friendly and insured, and you're walking right in front of me, young man. But that's all right, because it's the first time you've been here, and that don't make any difference. See, that's strategy right there. Before you start a television show, you need to have the right strategy to get people on the other side of the cameras. That's my fault. I'll coach better next time. Folks, give Ascend a call, and also know that Ascend is federally insured by the NCUA, and membership is limited. So thank you, Ascend, for being part of the Coach Lee Davis Show. And somebody else we appreciate very much is Vernon and Kevin Sherrill over at Sherrill Pest Control. Give them a call, 728-4290. You got ants in your pants, you got bugs, you got bed bugs, you got gnats, cats, wasps, bats, whatever you got you need to get rid of. Sherrill Pest Control is the best there is in Coffee County to deal with it. They're halfway between Tullahoma and Manchester, so no matter where you're coming from, you can get to them and they can get to you. Have you heard about termites? They're everywhere. Sherrill Pest Control has this little old green tube called a Centricon. They put it around your house, fill it full of bait. It's just like putting a sausage and biscuit in front of a football player. They'll go to it every time. They just take those little tubes out, empty them out, termites gone. Sherrill Pest Control, thank you very much for being in our county and serving our county for years, and we appreciate you being involved in the Lee Davis Show. Thanks a whole lot. You folks give them a call, 728-4290. Let's go to the next favorite sponsor.
This is Ken Huddleston. And this is KK's Music, Loans, and Jewelry. This is his son, Zach Huddleston. And this is his dad, Ken Sr., better known as KK. You never know what's coming through the door next.
An 1880 Liberty $10 gold piece. A Ruger M77 rifle, 300 Winchester Magnum with a Leopold 25x50 Barry X3 scope.
If you're looking for one-of-a-kind merchandise, come by KK's Music, Loans, and Jewelry in Tullahoma and Manchester.
Hi, I'm Lori Thompson.
And I'm Mike Thompson, and Lori and I have bought the dealership back on Highway 55, Thompson Ford, Tullahoma, Tennessee. It's back. It's wide open for business, and ready to serve you guys in the community.
And we want to thank you for allowing us to raise our children here. We've been here almost 15 years.
We want to thank the community. Without you guys, we couldn't have done it. We know it was your support that allowed us to achieve this dream. Come be a part of the dream, something special. Come see us at Thompson Ford. Ask for Michael Lloyd.
The highest standard of trust offers a sense of safety and comfort. It's established over time. You know when you see it. You know when you feel it. There's a standard of trust in healthcare. It's the Joint Commission Gold Seal of Approval. In 2003, Life Care Center of Tullahoma voluntarily achieved this accreditation and maintains it still today. Life Care, meeting a higher standard because residents matter most.
They say you see the world different. It's like I see the miracle of life in even the smallest things. And that's what it feels like to survive. St. Thomas Heart performs the most heart procedures in the state. That experience means more survivors. For more than 40 years, they have been leaders in cardiac care. That's experience you can count on because you want to survive.
Welcome to the Rose Bowl. The team's taking the field. Not many people. Oh, my. He missed. Off to a rough start here. Somebody wants to go home. What's he doing?
If you're not watching college football in HD, you're watching Pee Wee TV. Graduate to Charter TV in HD and let it all in.
Welcome back to the Coach Lee Davis Show. We're joined now by D'Angelo Rozier and
Jeffrey Simmons.
D'Angelo couldn't wait to get on TV. He walked in front of the camera a minute ago, but just couldn't wait to get up here on TV. But guys, we'll start with you, Jeffrey. Just overall, what did you think about last night's game?
I thought we could have played better. That's for sure.
Defensively, you're out there and you're seeing what's going on. What was the difference in the game? What was the difference in being able to stop them and them keeping their drives alive? What were we doing that just allowed them to keep their drives alive?
We're missing tackles and not playing our responsibilities.
Is that something that we can correct going forward, and is that something that you think we'll have corrected next week when we have a big district game against Cumberland County?
Yeah, most definitely.
D'Angelo last night had another 100-yard game. What can you say about your offensive line and the holes they opened up for you?
Well, the offensive line is doing perfect this year. I mean, sometimes it's there, sometimes I'm just not running at the right time, but I kind of turned it on there in the second quarter.
Well, guys, we appreciate you being here today, and the game last night obviously didn't turn out the way we wanted it to, but I thought that we really played Lincoln County a better game than we had in several years, and really thought that we came out knowing that we could win that game last night. Coach, what did you feel the same way?
I did. We preached to the kids all week that this would be a great game, and it's we really felt like we would be in the game and we could play with Lincoln County, which is something that they haven't done since '97. So no matter how much I preached to them and told them, hey, you can beat them, I still think maybe in the back of their mind somewhere there was a couple of them thinking, hey, we hadn't done this since '97. I just graduated high school the last time Coffee County beat Lincoln County, and I'm very weathered and pretty old, so that's a long time.
Guys, before we go to the third quarter, ask both of you. We've got 3 games left this season. We'll start with you, Jeffrey. We've got 3 games left this season. What do you see happening in those 3 games, and where do you want to be 3 games from now?
I want to be at 5-5, and I believe we can beat them.
D'Angelo, what do you see in these next 3 games?
Well, the next 3 games I see that offensive line can do better. I do better, and the whole team just get better around it. We start playing as a team more.
And at the beginning of the season, that was one of the main goals that y'all set for yourselves as a team, was to win the district championship. Still 2-0 in district play. We've got Cumberland County this week, got Cookeville at the end of the season, and 2 games that we can definitely be right in the middle of and win, still accomplish the main goal for the season, which is winning that District 6 AAA championship.
It is. We set 3 goals before the season, and the first one was to beat Tullahoma, and we came up short on that one. The second one was to win the region, and that's still a major possibility. And the third one is to advance past first round of the playoffs, which Coffee County has never done. So 2 of the 3 goals are still in place, but we've got to win Friday night against Cumberland County to make sure that happens.
And guys, I think we're going to go to third quarter here in just a minute and watch the game film from that. Starting off here, we get the ball to start the third quarter. They decided not to kick it to Rozier this time. Murray mishandles it a little bit, but still does a good job getting away from the goal line, brings it out to about the 16-yard line.
He did, and it gives us the chance. We came back here with come with power, and I think we blew the assignment there. It's disappointing when you talk about halftime X's and O's, and then we come out and blow the first play. But here's a good job by Meeker, good read, dump it out to Murray and let him run.
And again, Murray doing a good job there, picking up yards after contact, running really hard last night.
He did. We do a pretty good job of that. And here it is, 4th down, and of course my defense coordinator is pretty upset here because we're not punting. It's 4th and 2, 4th and 3. Luckily we get them to jump. If not, we're fixing to throw it out here. And
I thought Meeker did a really good job last night with his snap count and did get them to jump a couple times.
He did, and this was again a blown assignment. Our tight end didn't block down there, and if you don't cut off backside on the power, it sure is hard to run it. Good job by Wicks making a hard catch and falling forward. Again, moving the football, and this right here is just sickening, to say the least.
Murray rolls out, a little bit of pressure, but just makes a bad read, throws into triple coverage, and if Mustin gets it with a little bit of room in front of him, he's not going to be stopped. He's a really fast kid. Another one of those Mustin transfers from Brentwood for Lincoln County. It seems like they've had one for about the last 15 years.
He's a good one now, and again, it's just sickening. You come after half, and the first drive you throw a pick six, and that's just, it's just heartening. I mean, it's hard to, we're still trying to keep the kids up and let them know, hey, we're still in this game, we're fine. Trying to preach to them that it's just like we kicked off of them and they scored.
Lincoln County goes for two because they missed the extra point earlier in the game and do not get it. So at this point right now, Lincoln County has a 19-14 lead, and we've got the ball back here at the 20-yard line.
We do, and again, if your backside doesn't scoop, it's kind of hard to run the power, which forces us into throwing the ball, and this kid does a great job. I mean, you just can't say enough about Brent Wicks and what he does or when he touches the ball. I mean, his yards after contact are unbelievable.
Another shot at the power play here. We get a yard or two, but really the Lincoln County defensive line just really trying to establish themselves in this half and not get run on like they did in the first half.
They have. They're whipping our offensive line here. I mean, they're making the line of scrimmage move backwards. And it's real hard to play when that happens.
Just out of the reach there of, I believe that's Murray.
I think it was Murray or Wicks. Here we go. This is our first punt of the night. 4th and 11. I mean, I love going for it on 4th down, but not in this situation.
Not 4th and 11. It's your own 30.
No.
Do a good job here getting the snap, getting the kick away. Not exactly the kick that we wanted, but we did a good job getting the snap and getting the kick away.
We did. It took a fairly good bounce. I mean, we were there. They didn't return it. Now we go back on defense knowing we have to stop them here. Rat play again. What can you say about 31? I mean, he's an excellent player.
He doesn't have maybe not the fastest guy in the world, but he hits the hole hard and he hits the hole fast and just keeps his feet moving. And again, right here, hit him at the line of scrimmage, and he just keeps those legs pumping and finds a way to get a few extra yards.
He does. That's what you like in a back. Just keep his feet moving and gain those hard yards.
But still we're still fighting, doing a good job getting several jerseys to the football when we make the tackle. Just like to see us make it a little bit sooner than we do. And right there, I think that was their quarterback, kept the ball. We thought we had a fumble right there for a second, but Lincoln County comes up with it. And I believe that gave them a first down. I don't think they had the first down until they fumbled the football.
They didn't. And, boy, it's just heartening. I mean, you talk about things going right and things going wrong. When they put the ball on the ground and they're able to recover it, we throw 2 picks. It wasn't meant to be Friday night.
We do a good job right there, a little inside run play again, and hold them to a 3 or 4 yard gain. But then they come right back with the same thing and just chewing the clock and chewing 3 or 4 yards at a time, trying to get this to a 2-touchdown game here.
They did, and when you give anybody the ball on the 3 yard line, it should be almost automatic.
So they elect to try to kick another point after here after not being able to get the 2 on the last one. And I think we were flagged for going a little bit early on that one.
We were. It's frustration. I mean, we just ran up there and we're trying to jump snap. And, we're in a really tough situation here because we're down by 2 scores. And we're fighting a demon that's the kids thinking, hey, we're out of this game.
At this point, it's 27-14 Lincoln County. And I think this was another good return by Rozier. Really just a shoestring tackle away from maybe taking that one to the house. He had 23 there in front of him, had 1 man to beat, but just a shoestring tackle right there at the 43 yard line, 42.
And again, just sickening. I mean, it's tipped to the line of scrimmage and Mustin's gone. I mean, that's Murphy's Law now. If anything could go bad, it does. And this is just a sickening feeling, knowing that you were in this game just a couple minutes ago, and 2 bad situations, and then a 50-yard drive by them, and now you're down by 3 scores. I mean, you have really just totally turned this game around.
You know, and wasn't a bad read by Meeker, wasn't a bad throw, just tipped at the line of scrimmage, and not a whole lot you can do about that as a quarterback or a receiver.
Nothing. I mean, it's just one of those things. I mean, the football gods just didn't smile on us Friday night. But I do have to give credit. Our kids did not give up. I mean, when they had a chance, you know, you're down here by 3 scores. Your kids have a chance just to fold up and almost turn this game into independence. When we folded up shop real early, and they didn't. They kept fighting. The offensive line kept playing. The receivers kept blocking. Running backs kept running. I am more proud of this than I've been for a lot of things all year.
You know, and that's something really I think that's key is this team learning how to finish games, and I thought that I was really impressed with the way they did keep fighting until the very last play last night, and you know, really got ourselves back into the ball game late if we'd have been able to recover an onside kick.
We did, and that's what we keep trying to preach to these kids. As long as the scoreboard's on and the clock's moving, the game's not over. We still have a chance to win. We still have a chance to play. You only get 10 football games in a year that you're promised. And when the kids understand that and they know that, hey, every single down is important. This could be my last. You know, we think back to Jesse Brown. We had great expectations for Jesse all season, and 2 plays in, he's done for the year. And who would have ever guessed? So we really try to preach to these kids that, look, turn the scoreboard off in your head, turn the clock off, just play. Play for what you believe in.
Coach, right there at the end of the third quarter, try a little option play. Not really what we do, but were you just trying to give Lincoln County a little bit of a different look there and see if we could get something working, since they had done a pretty good job of shutting down the power in the third quarter?
The third quarter, we really felt like they had decided they're going to shut down everything inside, so we thought maybe the outside would open up a little bit. And as you can see, running the option is not really what we do a whole lot of and not great at, but we had to do something. We were down by 3 scores, and we were reaching in the grab bag now.
And guys, before we go to break, I want to ask both of you, you know, this, going back to what we were talking about before, you know, in previous years, a game like this, we've seen some Coffee County teams that maybe decided the game was over, but y'all really kept it in there last night and kept fighting, and like we said, had a chance at the end of the game to recover an onside kick, and you know, it was still a football game at that point. What do you think the difference is, both of you guys, mentally for this team that's really kept you fighting in that game last night? D'Angelo?
Well, the difference is we have better coaches right now. That makes us keep our head up. They tell us don't give up on no plays. Keep going, keep it hard every play. And that's what we try to do.
Jeffrey, what do you think the difference is in staying in a game the entire game and not thinking it's over with?
Well, I think we're more like a family, and we want to fight for each other.
Well, guys, we'll got to go pay the bills, get some sponsorships in there, and we're going to come back and watch the fourth quarter after these messages.
People's Bank & Trust provides only the highest quality services and products available. At People's Bank & Trust, your 100% satisfaction is always our highest priority. Voted Manchester's finest bank and tellers for 2 years in a row. Come let us show you how friendly and helpful our tellers are. People's Bank & Trust offers business and mortgage loans, including auto, farm equipment, lines of credit, commercial real estate loans, business loans, and more. So if you're looking for a bank you can trust, stop by People's Bank & Trust, serving the banking needs of our area since 1906.
It's Truck Month at Stan McNabb, and new trucks are arriving daily. All trucks available with 0% financing, like this new Chevy Silverado. 0% financing plus $5,000 off during Truck Month at Stan McNabb. Plus, every new truck is on sale this month. When nothing but a truck will do, get to Stan McNabb today, the area's largest truck dealer. 2000 North Jackson Street in Tullahoma, under the big American flag.
Get Tullahoma's news first, fast, and free with Tullahoma's news leader on 6 every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday nights at 6, 8, and 10 p.m. Jimmy and Jenny bring you local weather, sports, community calendar events, birth announcements, and a comprehensive look at the latest news stories and news makers as only a video news broadcast can do. Tullahoma's news, get it first, fast, and free with news leader on Channel 6, your local information network.
Morning Point Assisted Living Residence is not a home, it's simply home for many seniors who just need a little help now and then. Morning Point offers private apartments for your independence. Come and go with the comfort of knowing that Morning Point is always there with qualified healthcare professionals to assist with medications, transportation, and your well-being. Enjoy restaurant-style dining at every meal. Choose participation from a wide variety of activities. Families take comfort in knowing their loved one lives in a safe place with all the benefits of home, plus a little assistance. Morning Point. Life continued.
Back here in the fourth quarter, again, we're down by 3 scores, but still fighting. The kids are playing hard, and that's encouraging to see as a head coach.
Little, almost like a Sally play out of the wing tee right there.
That's exactly what it was.
And a nice little pickup. I think gained 6 or 7 yards right there. Little screen pass out here to Murray, and not a whole lot there, but he did a good job to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage on that.
He did a good job here. And like I said, we're in the fourth quarter and we're down. We've got to start throwing the football, and this almost turns into the Aaron Rule show here in the fourth quarter. Aaron played at Lincoln County and has a lot of friends and family down there, and Aaron did an outstanding job for us here in the fourth quarter. He really kept drives alive, made good catches, and it's a good job by Brent Wicks too. Great catch.
Just put the ball right on the money. Good catch by Wicks. Our passing game really looked good here in the fourth quarter.
It really did, and that's what we all sat down and talked about last night when we were at the coaches' meeting was, we lost. We feel awful about it, but we did get a lot of sophomores, a lot of experience. We let a sophomore quarterback really throw the ball all over the field last night.
Coach, right there on that touchdown run, D'Angelo got hit at the line of scrimmage and carried a couple of Lincoln County players into the end zone with him. Just good hard run by the sophomore tailback. It
was a good job by Rozier. I think the only thing that can stop him is a microphone and a camera.
Now, is this when we went for the onside kick?
No, it's still a lot of time left. We've still got tons of time.
Okay, no, this is when
this is the delay of game. I've never seen a delay of game on kickoff before. It's pretty impressive.
Especially when the official hasn't blown the whistle yet.
No,
but that we will have to re-kick it here.
And again, it's Murphy's Law again. If it could go wrong, it goes wrong. I thought we did a great job there of almost giving us a chance to get the ball.
Had the ball right there about the 36-yard line and had a player within 3 or 4 yards of the ball, but just couldn't come up with it before it went out of bounds. So they get the ball at the 40-yard line. They're trying to run the clock out, trying to run the ball up the middle, and I thought we did a really good job early on in this drive here, especially of shutting down their running game.
And again, it was nice to see. I've seen times before where, this scenario here, they would have just kept scoring, just kept running, and we'd have been in trouble. But again, our kids were fighting. I don't know what's clicked in their head, but I'm glad it has.
Again, right here, hitting the backfield, and we finally make that tackle. Earlier in the night that would have gone for 3 or 4 more yards, but make the tackle, force them to punt for the first time. And this was Aaron Rule right here on the punt return, wasn't it, Coach?
It is. Again, he had an outstanding fourth quarter. I can't say enough about what all Rule has done for us throughout the year, and it shows. He would drive the bus if we asked him to. Good job here by Murray on the comeback. And again, sophomore quarterback getting to throw the ball a little bit all over the field, and it's kind of nice to see.
Meeker impressed me last night with his accuracy on the run. When we kept rolling him out, he was putting the ball right on the money. A little bit of a high pass there to Rozier, but picked up 4 or 5 yards and put us in the second and manageable. I think he picked up 6 yards, actually.
It did. It was a good job. Good route, kind of a window route, and here we go throwing it up again. And we thought we had something there on the edge that we were going to pick on, and we were going to try it. Again, we ran the laser again, thinking fourth quarter they might back up on it, off of it, but they didn't.
So it's 4th down and 5 here, Coach, and got 5 wide receivers out there and complete the pass and just can't get loose of that first tackler there. So Lincoln County gets the ball back, lining up in that smokestack eye again, going to try to run this clock out.
And you know, that's it was 4th and 6, and we ran a 6-yard route, and we only got 3. I'm not really sure how you run a 6-yard route for only 3 yards, but we did.
Nice job there. Coffee County stuffing the run up the middle for a no gain, 2nd and 10. And this one hurts a little bit. We were all geared up for the run, and 23 finally had one-on-one out there on the edge and just goes up and makes a play.
He did. We tried not to put him in one-on-one situations all night, and the one time we did, they checked to it, and you know, kudos to them. They did a good job of finding when we had one-on-one coverage.
And of course, there was a penalty after that touchdown, so that kick almost could have been a field goal. We'll start out at the 20-yard line, come out throwing again, and that one was incomplete. But again, just really impressed with the sophomore quarterback in the passing game for us in the 4th quarter.
Good job here on the draw. Good little run. Again, the kids are fighting, and that's what you want to see. I mean, you want to see the 4th quarter. They're not rolling over. They're not playing dead. They're not wanting this game to be over. I mean, it's still simply, hey, let's score. Let's keep running. Let's keep scoring.
Nice job by Rozier there to pick up the first down. Had him by the ankle shy of the first down, but kept fighting to make sure that he got it. Right here, another rollout.
Catch.
And just a good job by Murray holding on to that pass, because you can't really tell how hard that hit was on film, but I was standing right there, and that was a pretty hard lick on Murray, and he did a good job holding on to the football.
Again, it's so nice just to see the kids fighting.
Draw play again, and really just Lincoln County didn't do a very good job stopping that in the 4th quarter. We ran it 2 or 3 times, I know, and picked up several yards on it every time.
It's a good rip to Wicks. Again, good read by Meeker, good ball. Meeker's getting so much better every week. I mean, every week you look at him, he's getting just that much better.
Nice little short pass there to Rozier, makes something happen, gets the ball down to the 25.
And then it's time to throw it up and let Aaron Rule go make a play.
He really did make a play right there. You know, goes up higher than the corner and gets it at the highest point and takes it into the end zone for the score. Extra point is good. So at this point it's 40-27, and got to line up for the onside kick at this point.
We do, and like I said, the kids fought the entire drive, and it was so nice to see. Again, we're talking about Aaron Rule. He even kicked off here. He even did our onside kick. So anything you ask Aaron to do, he's more than happy to always do it.
Right here, Lincoln County coming out shotgun, but they're still going to run the ball, try to eat the last minute or so off this clock. And again, just great job staying on his feet, keeping his feet moving, picking up extra yards. Got hit after a 1-yard gain, and then wound up picking up the first down. Good job there by Charles Jones.
It's a ball game.
Well, Coach, obviously not the results you wanted, but thought the team fought hard. Several things that we did a good job of, and the game really just came down to those 2 interceptions by Mustin. You got Cumberland County next week. District game, 2-0 in district play. They've got a pretty good tailback. There's a little speed back. Have you had a chance to watch film on them yet?
I have, and their whole game plan is centered around getting the ball to their tailback. He is, before last night, I think he was ranked in the top 5 in the state in rushing yards. So he can flat out go. He's one of those little scat backs that if he gets a crease, he's gone. And they've built their whole team around him. Defensively, they change their defense every week. It's a hodgepodge of different stuff. We've got to play a good game. It's a region game, and if we win this one, then we are eligible for the playoffs.
Coach, Cumberland County's been scoring points this year. They've scored points on just about everybody they've played. defensively, they've given up a lot of points. I know when they played Cookeville, I think they scored 20-something points but gave up 40. So what do you see in their defense that we can maybe exploit a little bit and try to get the points rolling and to match them?
Well, you know, it just depends on who they play. I mean, every game film that we've seen in them, they've been in a different defense. I think they're really kind of scrambling now and trying to find an identity on defense that they don't have. You know, sometimes you see them and they're in an odd man front. Sometimes you see them, they're in an even front. And we've even seen a couple films where they had one down lineman and everybody else was standing up. So it's again, it's a hodgepodge on defense. They're just trying to roll the dice and find something, and I hope they don't find anything Friday night that works.
When they played Cookeville, I guess would be the offensively would be the team most like us in our district as far as what they try to do. What did they try to do defensively against Cookeville? Have you seen that film?
I have. They Cookeville lined up and ran the power, and it's kind of nice to see how successful they were, because if you've seen some of our games, we kind of like to run the power too. We like to turn around and let Charles Jones kick and let our big offensive line with West and Cutshaw and King and all them block down and let our tailbacks run the ball. And that's what we like to do.
Coach, I think we got a offensive player of the quarter. What who'd you give that to?
Well, our offense player of the game, which is sponsored by the Two Purple Pigs, our offense player of the game, it goes to D'Angelo Rozier. I mean, he had a great night running the ball, great night catching the ball. Everything he did, everything he was asked to do, he did last night. And we really appreciate the way he played, and we appreciate him being here today and not really speaking a lot on camera, but I never can get him and Jeffrey to stop talking during practice, but you put a camera in front of him and you can't get him to talk. So our offense player of the game goes to D'Angelo Rozier.
And, you know, really could have given it to a number of people last night. Brent Wicks had a really good game at receiver. Chris Murray had a good game, both catching the ball, running the ball, and completed a couple passes. Peyton Meeker threw for over 100 yards again. You know, really just a good offensive effort last night. And you just got to get ready for Cumberland County Friday.
We do. And our defensive player of the week, you know, we talk about this, and I have this conversation with Chip and everybody. Your defense player of the game is Charles Jones, and you almost kind of feel like he could be that way all year. I mean, as our defense goes, Charles goes. So our Two Purple Pigs defensive player of the week goes to Charles Jones.
And that's going to wrap it up for us here today on the Coach Lee Davis Show. I want to encourage everybody to tune in next week. So hopefully maybe we can be watching some highlights of a win over Cumberland County. Hopefully we can get that district record to 3-0 and get ready for that big game against Cookeville at the end of the season. So I want to thank Lee Davis, D'Angelo Rozier, and Jeffrey Simmons for being here today. And tune in next week to the Coach Lee Davis Show on Charter Channel 6.